So, hello everybody. As you know, my name is Kati Clemens and I'm the coordinator of Learning Technology Accelerator project. I've forgotten my own project's name now. Um, and today I have the privilege of having a very special guest, Farhad Eftekhari.
Yeah,
Did
that
I
was
go
the
well?
best possible pronunciation that so far I received.
Oh,
Farhad
fantastic.
Eftekhari, but Eftekhari is also proper.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's not too difficult for a Finn to announce. And you are from TechClass, and
Mhm.
today introducing me and our audience, your company as well as your product. So mm, please tell me who you are and how your story with learning technology has come
Okay,
to this point.
perfect. Well, I'm going to give some sort of a big background. So I
Mm.
came to Finland in 2013 to study my bachelor degree in Metropolia University of Applied Sciences.
Mm.
And in the middle of my studies, a school actually let me to teach one intensive week workshop for SQL. And I was privileged to actually be able to teach this stuff to my fellow classmates. And then I had intensive workshops right after each other in different kind of semester. So when I was teaching my workshops, I felt like some of the students may be absent for a day. And if you are absent in a workshop for a day, you're losing a lot. So I created the whole tutorial videos for my courses for the ones who are actually not coming to classes and be able to catch up. And then every time I was updating my material, I wanted my previous students to also enjoy from that.
Mm.
So I created this very teeny tiny platform that everybody had the same access code that they'd be able to watch the videos and also download the full material. And then when it got the next summer in 2015, if I'm right, Metropolia offered me, do you want to provide us some online courses to be provided in Open Study program? And I actually got very interested because we already had tutorial videos and the contents fully prepared. And then suddenly I received 300, 400 enrollments. It was not possible for me to do that with the Excel files. And then I had to actually develop this bachelor thesis of myself, which was about e-learning platforms. And then I created my own, a bit more powerful platform. Everybody were able to register, create their account, come to see the platform and enroll in the courses I was offering. And the platform itself was quickly do the enrollment procedures, putting them into databases, and then they'd be able to download the material, upload the assignments, do the quizzes, upload the projects. So the platform itself last year enabled me to have near 2,000 students, and my students was able to complete and obtain 6,000 credit, which is like a huge amount of credits for a part-time lecturer for me. So the fact that this platform helped me a lot gives me actually much more ideas. It was around a year and a half ago, which I realized the platform I created that someday was so much like benefits for me.
Yeah.
Now it's bringing me limitations. I cannot be flexible. I cannot provide my material in a flexible way to my students because I was providing 50 pages of slides and PowerPoints and 2 hours, 3 hours of tutorial videos. So if I wanted to platform actually at some day was like helping me a lot, but then I realized it's like so much limitation now I'm facing. So it deprives me from motivation and do way more. So then I wrote this paper about how to progress from an e-learning portal into a smart online learning community. How we can empower our users because in usually e-learning platform is a one-way communications. Students or teachers are not aware from each other. They cannot really support each other in a very supportive way. So
Mm.
then I represented this paper in the conference in Valencia, INTED, in 2018. It went really nice. I received very nice feedback about this idea that we are talking about, the online learning community. And this year we got back to Inter with two papers, and actually for 1 year we put much effort on implementing such platform. And now on the beginning of February we actually implemented our a smart online learning community.
Mm.
Now it's a platform that the focus is on the users. We created a very powerful core which is capable of very easily we add in a modular way the features we are looking forward for the students, for lecturers, for university users, even for company users, for administrations and different kind of role plays of this whole education sector that actually we are talking about. So we are very proud of that. And then on the same side, I'm also providing practical online courses because I have years of experiences in the industry. So my material is very suitable for the students. The main reason that they are going to apply science to universities, and some of them go to universities, is because at the end of their graduation, they want to be able to find jobs in IT sector and pursue their career. So my courses material are very practical. I received so far 90% satisfaction about my content, and now every month I'm bringing 1 to 2 new courses totally suitable for such mindset. So combining a smart, colorful platform, which is supportive for the student, and also practical content, it became a very nice solution for the students. And now with this platform, we are also able to let the universities to manage their affairs, when they want to manage their lectures, when they want to manage their students, their programs. It can easily be used by the students. You can register into the platform. You can see different kind of programs. You subscribe in them, and then you see the courses. And then we created a very beautiful, supportive course space for the students because I wanted to be as supportive as possible to the students. Because when the students are learning online, they are not using the support that they can get from a classroom environment. Of course, they are gaining a lot by online studies. We know all about that. But there are some disadvantages that they're going to face by actually shifting toward online. We are going to tackle on those areas with this making communities powerful. So this is our plan. If you want, I can also now walk through the platform.
Yeah, it would be nice to see something. So if you have you can either share your screen or show it on your the back screen that you have got, or.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Actually, if I open a browser now to show you the courses that actually I'm offering now, if you go to Metropolia Open Study Program, in non-stop technology courses, all of my courses are there. I think I provide almost 20-25% of the whole Metropolia Open Study non-stop virtual courses. So here, some of my courses are being listed here. So if you go to the registration form, then you get to see TechClass e-learning portal Farhad Eftekhari's courses on top of the list here. So it's for students to be able to register. But if you go to techclass.io, this is the new platform I'm talking about. I don't want to now spend so much time to go through the background again, but maybe it could be good to show you the previous platform and then show you in 1 year how much we progress. But just let's leave that behind. So this is the student part of the platform. They have a very graphically nice UI UX dashboard to see what is their total progress, how many courses they enroll, and what are their progress on each courses. They get to go to see the different programs we subscribe. Once the students subscribe in a course, then the courses of that program will be unlocked, and they will be able to actually enroll in those courses in a very interesting way. And then they can manage their enrollments very easily, the ones they have their ongoing, past, failed, and the others. They can manage the requests that they submitted for enrollment, assessment, deadline extension. They can see the full list of archive list. And once you go to the courses, for instance, let's just go to one of my courses about managing API design and all of this stuff. So they get to see a full big picture of the brief information about the chapters list, each chapter, and what are the different sections of each chapter, how many assignment and quiz they need to do, if they want to contact their lecturer. So by going to the course space, then they'll be able to see how much progress they had with the course, how many assignments from the total they did, how many quiz they did, and they can continue from where they left. So the platform itself will let them to actually section by section go through the material and follow the path that actually the lecturer created the material according to that. Later I will show you the course designer, how the teachers can actually use this big functionality. And alongside learning the material, they can also submit their assignments and submit the quizzes. For instance, this assignment, I think it's a required assignment. So when I want to just go to the next section, it tells me that you need to complete this assignment before you move on. So let me just submit some blank information.
Can I ask what kind of feedback do the quizzes give? So have you predetermined what if they get it wrong or right and so on?
At this stage, we're gonna let the student how well they did with the whole total scores. But in the next update, we're gonna actually come up with the way to show the student that how many questions were wrong, what was the right answers, and of course they are all flexible due to the need of the teachers, because some teachers they do not like to reveal the answers, because in our platform you can set for the student to be able to redo the quiz if they were not able to match the specific grade that the teacher selected. So it could be very flexible, and we created some sort of a core functionality, as I said, that we see that what kind of need is out there, and in a very quick way we also provide the answer. Whatever feature actually now we receive as a feedback from our potential clients and customers or teachers, universities, we can provide them at most in 2 months. So this is how strong we are with the implementation. We use the latest technologies. We have a strong IT team full of 8 people. We have a Scrum Master, analyst, 3 developers, 2 UI UX designer, 1 quality assurance. We are working on it on a daily basis. So the development is going super fast alongside creating the material. So this was the course space. And this is actually the messaging part of the platform. So you'll be able to have a full conversation history with your students. You don't need to browse around to your emails and find files and everything. Everything is centralized in our platform. And this is the lecture point of view of the platform. So we have a very powerful tool named Course Designer. What we did here was you can create courses. Now I have few drafts of courses which I haven't finalized yet. Now this is my course about blockchain and cryptocurrency, which in upcoming weeks I'm gonna actually publish. So first you give a general idea about your course. What's the name? What is the category? In what programs you're gonna include it? What is the score base? Do you want the student, when they want to do the quizzes and assignments, is it the first try, the maximum number, the last submission, the average of the whole grades? As I said, very flexible. How many deadline days, how many credits it has, and then you move on to defining your chapters in a very flexible way. You can add a new chapter and then add it to at the end of the list. You can organize your chapters in a very graphical, interesting way. Once you created your chapters, then you can create different sections, as many as you want. And once you created a section, then we have this super powerful tool named this content editor. You can add images, you can put a proper size for it. For instance, you can put it on left, put the material there. You can add videos, you can add files, you can add beautiful UI messages that, hey, be careful about this part, take care of this part, some recommendations, some fun to learn stuff. You can add even smileys, and you can even add YouTube videos. Let's just go to YouTube and let me just try to see.
Can I ask you a technical question? You can refer this back to your technical team if it's too difficult, but have you been using the HP5 tools with this creation? I mean, this is the open source tools that you can help your platform with, or no?
I'm not sorry, I'm not understanding that. Can you explain a bit, like about? I haven't heard of it.
So there are open tools that are called the HP5 tools, which allows you to do different kinds of exercises and different kinds of things that you can add into your content. So, but you are not using this as like
not for now. But our platform is very suitable for different kind of integrations.
Yeah.
So actually, once we understand the needs and when see there's like some sort of a supportive integration and they can add value to the platform, then we can easily apply that.
Yeah.
Now you can easily embed videos. You can even at the latest, next update, you can add even tweets. You can add Instagram stories. You can add blog posts and much more functionality. For now, you can add videos from YouTube, Vimeo, and the other parts. Or you can add different actually parts.
Yeah.
So this is a very powerful tool, and you can very easily, if I also show you, once you create your material, you can drag and drop assignments. So when the student actually browsing through the material and following the timeline, they can also submit their assignments. You can also select it as a mandatory or optional, and then you can allocate some sort of a score to it. And you can also easily drag and drop quizzes here, and then you can add as many questions as you want, select as many possible choices, and then select the proper answer. So that's also interesting part to be added to the platform and the whole material of the course that they want to actually use. So this is the course space, and lecturers can very easily manage their course enrollments as the ongoing people, the ones who pass the courses. And let's just go to one of the enrollments that students ask for assessment. So let me try to find a course that actually has a person who wants to receive some sort of a score and grade. There are like so many enrollments. Okay, let me just go toward one of my own. So once you go toward this part, you get to see which is the date that the student enroll in the course, when is the day of the deadline, how many days it's got remain if you want to extend the deadline, how many quizzes they already submitted, what are the scores, the different assignments that they submitted. You can individually actually give also grade for that, and you can also, of course, manage your enrollment requests and assessment requests. Actually, here is 2 students that are already actually asking for assessment, and there are some students asking for enrollment. And then from the university section, you can also manage your statistics about your program, your teachers, your students who subscribe into the platform. And from the admin point of view, you can also see the statistics of the whole platform. Interestingly, 1/4 of our users are females, and which is a great number in IT compared to like the standards. And then you can also manage your students in a very interesting way. You can send message to them. You can see their contact information and education information, account information, and you can also allocate different kind of membership to them. And you can easily also configure your platform here as well. But this is, as I said, this is the MVP of the platform, and it's just the first version, and it's like still quite powerful. But we have a huge line of features piled up and lined up to be provided. Every month, as I said, we are releasing a new feature, a new version with 2 to 3 new features, and this was the core of the platform. And then we're going to focus on many more community features, and of course many features that our potential users are actually asked from us. So as I said, our development is very, very fast. We also have a small legal team because we are providing the platform. They need to take care of GDPR related regulations. So our platform is already totally compatible about GDPR and EU regulations and similar like that.
Well, it's very inspiring that you have such enthusiastic students coming into your courses and so on. Have you got some other teachers at this point also making content in there, and have they started to use it? So
we do. We have one is teachers from Centria. We have today actually I have a nice meeting with one of the senior marketing teachers in Hagahelia. They are going to use the platform and tell us feedback. We launched this platform in the middle of February, and we try to make it like totally usable by different kind of user groups, by quality assurance, by testing our platform. And now we are at this stage. We have a product that actually can grow based on the needs of the users. We already created a very powerful core. It's already good enough to be used by open study programs, because I'm providing for 4 years open study program courses. I have few thousands of students there. I know their needs, but I like to see the other perspective of the problem as well. I like to bring more teachers on board, that they also tell me, hey, for this quiz, we'd like to have this functionality. For assessment, we'd like to have this. And I can guarantee in less than 2 months, all of these functionalities will be provided and added.
And I think that this is a clear benefit for startup companies and companies that don't have, like, you know, tens or 100 years of experience on something, because of the fact that you can be agile and flexible, and you can actually, you know, produce in a quick pace based on the user's needs. And this is exactly the kind of companies that we want for the innovation projects, because of the fact that we want the students to actually have a say, and the teachers to actually have a say on what they get. Because in so many cases, you know, it happens that you get some product and then it's not flexible, it's not doing what you want, and you get frustrated with it, and so on. So this is problematic. I have some questions about innovative technologies you can also envision for the future and so on. I know that the LEA community is very interested in, for example, virtual tutors, recommendations. What does the platform do automatically, or what do you envision in the future? Could there be some sort of artificial intelligence behind some virtual tutors, for example, providing some sort of guidelines for the students to go through their optimal learning path, you know, detecting when they are bored with the content, detecting when they are, you know, falling behind of the content, notifying the teacher, these kind of functionalities.
That's a very beautiful actually question, and actually the fact that we created everything from ground zero and created this platform and totally shut down the previous platform for such capabilities. Because like I told you, when I wrote my paper, I described about the potentials we are losing. I had no idea in my platform which part the students leave my course, which part they are spending so much time. Now we have the tools to measure in which sections they are spending how much time, in which sections they are leaving the platform, in which parts we can actually be more collaborative, in which parts we can ask the teacher to train the platform in a way to be able to answer to the problems of the students. We are going to create two sets of different categories of functionalities in this matter. First, we're going to create different, as we did, we're going to create different user types. For instance, my next plan is to create tutor portal, because I want to hire my top students and also pay them reasonably in an affordable way for myself as well, but also paid job, that they be able to answer to the questions of the students. Because we're going to have very nice features. For instance, we're going to add discussion features. So once in a section a student had a problem, they can just easily click a button, ask their problem, and either a tutor, a teacher can answer to that question, and that part will be added to the material. If you are a teacher, you know there are every you teach your course, there are similar questions that they keep asking you. So once you add to that, it's going to be added to the knowledge of that content, and then the other people can also read from that as part of your material. This is the functionalities that we want some users to be in charge and add to the platform, but then there are also some other parts. For instance, these measurements, these metrics, that we're going to actually give some sort of a metrics to teachers to see, okay, this much progress your students did. What are the total time that they are spending on your material? What are the parts that they can give you feedback that, okay, I need to, I think it was not enough material for me to know, or I think it was great. Next month, we're going to add feedback possibility that teachers in a very flexible way be able to add it wherever they want, not just one feedback at the end of the course. Just everywhere they are like able to do it. And then we're gonna give them very nice metrics that, okay, this was the result from those feedback that you define in a very flexible way. And of course about machine learning and about kind of recommendation systems. To be honest, we created a very nice code. I have 10 courses in my platform. If I now spend time on recommendations and artificial intelligence of the platform, which one of my very nice friends is now studying. He's about to finish his PhD in California Riverside, learning machine learning and artificial intelligence, as he's going to actually contribute to my platform. So he's going to create a system that when you are enrolling in a course, imagine we have 100, 200 of courses, then the student can get recommendation that, okay, what other the courses you can get. They can receive emails by weekly basis, monthly basis, that these are the new courses that got added to your interest list that we actually find out. And this kind of learning patterns, because we are receiving so much data, which is valuable. Actually, I had this discussion with one of my alto teachers that in a year or two, I'm gonna open my platform, the data for research purposes. Because if we are going to have few thousands, few hundred thousands of users inside of this platform, the data we're going to have is priceless. So it's amazing for research purposes, for people to come and actually get the best out of them, for their papers, for their stuff. So the fact that it's like an arrow, we put it so back.
For that, you need the legal team really to be very good at what they are doing, as you know that the users don't necessarily want to give out their data, and specifically when at the moment, of course, in your case, we are not talking about children. In LEA platforms that we are looking for are for schools, and we have these aspects of the fact that you cannot go into the children's data. It is not allowed, and so on, and not even for research purposes and so on. So you have to be very, very careful with
exactly.
With
That's the job of our legal department with GDPR, because some data needs to be anonymous.
Yeah.
Some data should not be shared by any actually purpose. That actually we know, and that's why we say this is our ambitious plans. But the fact is, I'm not in this business for the money, to be honest. I'm more interested with the impact we are having. The more users, the more students, the more lecturers come on board. So this is what we are looking forward to, and this is how we make plans about the directions of our platform. And I know by the end of the day, financially would also be more interesting because we are adding value to our users. So
my question also is that how do you see your competitors and other platforms out there, Coursera and Moodle and all of these? How is your interfaces and so on? European Commission, for example, is very, very interested in having as open, of course, open sharing as possible. And so the question is that, can you see yourself collaborating with other platforms or not?
That's true. Well, that's a very nice question. The thing is, there are many nice competitors or actually big names on the market. And that's amazing because the market is constantly growing. There is a big shift on the e-learning industry day by day. So it's not going to get actually full. But there are great names, there are great learning management systems. Definitely at some point, if it makes sense, we are up for collaborations. Why not? We want to become a stronger actually competitor. We are welcoming universities to come on board. Our platform, actually, the students can come to the platform and obtain a study credit from our platform in Finland. And by creating this more powerful tool, by bringing other users and lecturers on board, we are also going to have more solutions for diverse problems, not only in IT, but also different kind of categories like business, like mechanical, every possible art. So we are not just focusing on IT and IT courses and IT teachers. So we have this tool to be created for the diverse needs of different kind of industries. Based on the short history that we are having, and based on the we create everything from a part-time lecturer up to making it this point that we see ourselves actually confident enough to go to Intel and become a sponsor alongside Oracle Academy. It tells a lot that how actually our mindset are set. So we are definitely understanding that the competition is quite high, and it's very challenging. It's very actually interesting. But so far we created very beautiful, nice tools in a very affordable way, made it as flexible as possible to be able to direct it to different directions. This is already the third generation of my e-learning platforms. And we learn every time we actually brought a new generation. And now with every version, actually we are learning by looking back as well.
I think that your advantage is definitely the flexibility that you have got and the fact that you adapt to the users' needs. How about for schools? How do you see? Could your platform work in a school environment? I mean,
definitely, because the way we created it is like a great, a strong backbone we have. So this platform now is perfect for higher education. But if we consider high schools, very easily, in the shortest time possible, we can create a suitable team for higher schools, for elementary schools, for even kids. Now, my nephew is 2 years old, and you have to see how beautifully he works with a phone. He can unlock the phone as a 2-year-old kid. So we have this actually backbone to be able to provide solutions for not only higher education, but diverse fields as well.
And does it work with a mobile phone?
It's actually responsiveness is amazing even in the first version of the platform. So as you can see, well, this is very hard to show to you, but let's just try. This is our platform in a mobile phone.
Yeah.
You can see now the menu, but just see this is our menu, and if I shift it like this, then it's
Can you show me a course or some course material? What does it look like?
Definitely, that's actually. So the fact that this is the MVP of our new platform, and this is already actually functioning totally well on any device that can get connected to the internet is amazing. So this is the course space view. You can see the chapters, you can see the cover, and you can just go to the course space and continue. Let's go to one chapter here.
You can taste yourself in there. Okay, cool.
You can just continue and learn on any mobile phone. If you're on a bus, if you're on a train, if you're in an airplane. But then in upcoming versions, we're going to add offline functionality. So once you enroll in a course, you automatically, without internet, you can actually have access to the whole material of your course. And these are the functionalities that are like quite advanced, but we already have them on our production line. We've been actually quite humble, to be honest, so far. I came to Finland 6 years ago, and this humbleness of Finns kind of got to us. Maybe if it was like a regular company, they were like so loud and like shouting. When we go to Intel, we were a bit like shy to see, should we talk about this crazy functionality that we are having? Because this humbleness somehow got to us. We want to still be humble, but we want to focus on the solutions that we can actually provide. But already the version 1 of our platform can answer to most scenarios. And we are really looking forward for the specific details of the issues. And then having the answer to diverse category of like different kind of users and their needs.
Well, this has been very interesting. Thank you very much for this talk. I think that we have way past our time limit now. We are at 30 minutes, 38 minutes or so. So we're going to give our users a little bit of a break. We are going to go to the section now after this recording comes out where the community can ask you questions and continue this talk. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks a lot. It was such a nice opportunity for us to actually tell us how we did. It was very actually inspiring for us and very like motivated we were to deliver what we actually created. But we love to receive feedbacks, and that's the thing that I try my best to create it as flexible as possible and not just considering my point of views. although it has a perfect solution for myself, but by receiving feedbacks, we can make this platform more complete. And that's the reason we are calling it a smart online learning community. We want to empower that community wherever they are, whoever they are, students, lecturers, university staff, and anyone on the market. But thanks a lot for such opportunity.
Thank you.